James. I was actually really impressed with the number of programs that you guys name, but you also have the Second Chance program here.
Yes, always Second Chance.
Yeah, I work for the Central Drug Court program. My clean date is 10/24/2018, and I have a lot of true life stories that I've lived that are hilarious. And I just got into the recovery field a couple years ago, and I get to work with people that are exactly like me, which has its days. You know, sometimes when I'm looking directly into a mirror, I get really frustrated. But I'll let you guys know about my second day of work. So I just started at this program. I've never worked in the field before. I used to work at a restaurant for like 4 years. I get into this job, and I live a very honest life these days. If I'm in a parking lot that I know you have to pay for, even if I'm going to be there for like 2 minutes, I pay for the parking. So I get to this job, and part of my job is I pick people up from custody, I take them to rehab, I take them wherever they need to go. Sometimes they come straight to Second Chance where we can give them housing and set them up with treatment immediately. Well, my second day of work here, I was told I had to go to Las Colinas to pick up Jane Doe, right? And she told me, you gotta pick her up and just take her directly to the program. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, I thought so too.
Never.
I get down to Las Colinas, I walk into the jail, I walk into the clerk, who I've seen plenty of times by now, because I had been working for drug court. And I said, hey, I'm supposed to pick up Jane Doe. She said, okay, tell her to come get her money on her way out. I said, cool. I said, when is she coming out? And she said, she should be the next one out. And immediately after she said that, a girl walks out. And I was like, are you Jane Doe? And she said, yes, I am. I was like, great, go get your money, and we're on our way. So we start walking over to the clerk. She gets the money. She still kind of looks confused, which should have been a red flag. But I was just like, she's just getting out. So we get to the car. We start driving down to the program. My phone rings, and I pick it up. I go, hey, hello. And my boss goes, hey, sweetie, what are you doing? I said, I'm driving to work. And she's like, who's with you? I was like, Jane Doe. She said, no, honey. She's still standing in front of the deputy. And I was like, oh, shit. And I looked over, and I said, you're not Jane Doe? And she goes, no, but thanks for the ride. Oh, man. And you know the crazy thing is because I'm in recovery, because I have work steps, I looked over at her and I said, you know what you got me? You gotta give me that girl's money back. I'm gonna give you a couple bucks. I'll go buy you some food and I'll get you on the trolley to get you where you need to go. And it worked out. You know what I mean? I went back to the jail and had a hell of a story to tell the deputy. And I looked over and I talked to the real Jane Doe, and she laughed her ass off the whole way to the program. So we bonded immediately, which was good, because I seriously thought I was gonna get fucking fired that day. And it's amazing. You know, I've done so many drugs in my life that I'm scared I was going to end up with a psychosis, you know? I had so many drugs in my life that I'm scared I was going to end up with a psychosis, you know? I had so many different times I thought I was going to lose my mind. And I know I was pretty close the last time I went to jail, because when I went in the last time, you ever share delusions with someone else? You see someone else going nuts and you're like, you start seeing it too. Like, and when I'm kicking it with people that have like a real crazy jaws movement, I start doing it too. So when I got into the jail, the guy was like looking at me, and I was like, he was like, and I said, and I was like, fuck, start doing it too. But it was really bad this one time, because I get in there and I'm looking over at this guy, and he's like going off on his phone, talking trash to this girl, you know. And I was like, all right, he's all, and I looked over at him, I was like, he's like, you good? I was like, you good? And he goes, yeah, I'm all right. I'm just finding with my girl now. I said, okay. And I'm looking at him, and he's talking on his finger phone. I saw a phone in his hand. I swear to God, I saw a phone in his hand. Because there was two guys that were using the blue phones that are inside the jail, right? So I was like, and I looked over and I said, hey, can I use your phone when you're done? And he looks at me, clicks over to the other line to tell his girl he needs to call back because I need the phone. And I stood there and I waited for him to hand me the phone. And then he goes, hey, let me make one more call real quick. So I sat there patiently waiting for this guy to get off this phone call. And then they called my name and we had to go to the next tank. And I was pissed because it never occurred to me until after I got out of jail, he was talking on a finger phone. you know? So that's why I was like, I kind of need to stop doing drugs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting there. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my marbles. So anyways, I like to consider myself an empathetic person. You know, I care about the next guy. I try to pay it forward now. I surround myself with good people. And the last time I was in jail, before I got into drug court, I had it kind of rough because he just looked like he lost everything. He just looked miserable, and I was like, "Are you alright, dog?" You know, and he goes, "I'm alright. I was like, it can't be that bad, dog. Like, unless you killed somebody, you're gonna have a release date. You're gonna go home. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a release date. Everything's gonna be cool. You're gonna go home." And he's like, "No, man, I fucked up really bad. I go, it can't be that bad. It cannot be that bad." And he goes, "Yeah, it's that bad." I was like, oh, "All right, lay it on me, homie. You can't shock me. Nothing shocks me." And he looks to get him his eye. He goes, "I'm Chris." I said, "I'm James." Shook his hand. You know? I go, "So what happened?" He goes, "Well, I was masturbating behind a 7-Eleven over there by the adult emporium on Convoy." And I was like, fuck. I know this is the hand that he was using. And I'm like, you know, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, "It's okay, dog. It's okay. You're gonna be all right." And then in my twisted, addictive thinking mind, it's so fucked up. The first thing I said was like, "Well, did you get to finish?" That's all I got. My name is James Roy. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.